All right, good morning. So I thought what I wanted to do, so we've been doing a lot of figure eights in my class, and I kind of want to take a moment in my belly dance class, and I wanted to just take a moment, break those down. But honestly, first, I wanted to do just a couple simple foot leg warm-ups. I've honestly already done like a good yoga, Pilates-based warm-up, so and I've been up for a little while, so I'm up, ready to go. Pretty antsy to dance, but I do want to take this quick moment. We're going to break down figure eights, couple different directions, couple different ways, and we're going to just do a little bit of good foot warm-up. You know, just take the moment. Let's take this time to think about our feet, what our feet are doing. Our feet carry us, man. All right, so let's just take the moment. We're going to stand nice and tall. What I simply want us to do is just kind of peel that foot off the floor. Ball, toe, ball, heel, ball, toe, ball, heel, and just a few of those. Let your arms do whatever works for you. I like to kind of keep my wrists going in slow circles, slow floreos. I do that a lot when I dance as well. And now I'm going ball, toe, flick, toe, ball, heel, ball, toe, flick, toe, ball, heel. Just a few more. Maybe go a little faster. Good. Kind of a little ballet-based, ballet-inspired. All right, let's take other side. I hope my head's on this. Okay, so we're gonna go ball, toe, ball, heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. Just a few more. And as you're ready, add that flick. And when I do the flick, it's a really powerful flick. Flick. So I'm really getting my legs. Low abdominals are engaged. Okay, let's just go and take a second. Let's go ahead and come and do a nice, simple for you turnout. I forget what this is. This first position in ballet, I forget the name. So we're gonna plie. Let's lift the heels, lower the heels, and come back up. A few more of those. Plie, lift the heels, lower the heels, come back up. Let your arms do what feels best and natural to you. Low abdominals are engaged. You know, this is simply ballet adapted for belly dancers. So we get to have a little bit of fun, play around with what you feel is right. One more, plie, lift the heels, come down, okay, good. Now, low abdominals are engaged. We're gonna do a little rond de jambe fun. So just bring the toe. My standing leg is nice and bent. And then I'm just letting this rond de jambe leg have fun. Arms can follow along if you like. Maybe tap, 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 tap. Drag it through as you bring it in. And again, tap, 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 tap. Drag it through. Let's switch sides. Take a second, shake it out. So again, standing knee is bent. So that back leg of mine is bent. Low abdominals are engaged. We're gonna have a rond de jambe now. Let your arms, let's begin to be thoughtful with our arms. So I'm just kind of doing these little sunrise arms right now. I like to gently keep my arms moving the whole time. And we're gonna go tap, 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 bring it in. Tap, 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 bring it in. One more. Tap, 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 bring it in. Nice job. Now one more. Last, and then we're gonna go to figure eights. Kind of a tango inspired foot movement. I'm going to drag my feet, drag my foot up and down, and then drag my foot up and down the standing leg, and let's switch. Drag up and down, drag up and down. And in tango, you would drag this on your partner's leg. It's very kind of sensual. figure eights. So let's just do one figure eight today. Or maybe we'll do more, I don't know. And I'm gonna do the figure eights that are in this plane of movement, also kind of known as a Maya, whatever you prefer to call it, figure eight, Maya, whatever you prefer to call it. The mechanics, the movements is the same. So we're gonna lift, this is my right hip, your left hip. Feel free to mirror me or whatnot as you like, but lift the hip straight up, slide it over as far as you can. Now take this hip and drop it down as far as you can. I think a lot of people forget that part, but the action of dropping this hip lifts this hip up. So now we're gonna lift, what is my left hip, your right hip if you're mirroring me. Lift this hip, slide it over, drop it down as far as you can. Again, the action of dropping this hip lifts this hip. Lift, slide, drop. My knees are bent. Keep going. Now my heels are coming up off the floor. If you want, you can keep the heels flat on the floor, kind of varies the movement. So that's one nice little variation. I do want you to think about lifting the hip, sliding it over, then dropping it down. Knees are bent. If you watch my knees the entire time I'm doing these figure eights, I don't know if they ever fully straighten. You can vary tempo, of course. Lift, slide, drop, lift, slide, drop, lift, slide, drop. You can always vary your level changes, right? So lift the hips, slide it over, drop it down, lift the hips. Remember, what happens with one hip happens with the other. And of course, while we're doing this, we're gonna kind of work to keep this upper body fairly still and in place. Okay, let's take a few more. Nice job. Okay, take a second to shake it out, maybe shimmy it out. Let's do the opposite one. So now, okay, now we're same plane of movement. Can't remember, what is this, what the name of the plane of movement. I apologize, I always forget my names of the planes of movement. What is it, sagittal versus coronal versus frontal. I think this is coronal, but again, frontal, don't ask me, because it's in this plane of movement, and we're moving up and down. Honestly, I'll have to check back on that. But we're going to, again, bend those knees. Now I'm gonna drop my right hip, slide it over to the side as much as I can, and then I lift it up, and the act of lifting this hip drops this hip, boom. Now drop this hip more, slide it over, lift it up. So you can imagine if your hips are cups of water, they're dipping down, scooping that water up and scoop it up, dip the hip or the cup down, drag it through the water or the sand, scoop it up. Thinking of dragging your hips through water or sand is a great thing, because naturally when we go through water or sand, we slow down. We have to work a little bit harder against some resistance, right? And so that naturally begins to bring another element into your dance where you're really bringing integrity to these movements, right? And as you notice, again, knees are nice and bent. I cannot emphasize enough how much we need to bend those knees. Cannot emphasize enough dropping the hip, sliding it over, scooping it up, dropping the hip, sliding it over, scooping up. If you want to keep your heels flat on the floor, go right ahead. Again, that brings another level to this movement. Low abdominals are engaged. We really got to think about engaging those low abdominals as best we can. Maybe you want to drop down and you want to come back up. So varying, so level changes, tempo, level changes in tempo, whether the heels lift off the floor or whether the heels stay on the floor, are, three different ways to kind of vary the integrity, the emphasis, the musicality of the movement. All right, shake it out. All right, so there's two options of figure eights within that, is that horizontal plane? Latitude, longitudinal plane, we'll say. Okay, I need to go re-look up my planes of movement, but you guys know what I mean. I'm in this plane, very much going either drop, slide, lift, drop, slide, lift, or the direction down, hold, lift, slide, drop, lift, slide, drop. All right, if you've enjoyed this, my name is Indigo. I'm a physical therapist assistant, I'm a yoga instructor, I'm a belly dance instructor. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would help me out. My website is indigodance.net. I host a super awesome belly dance retreat end of August every year, emeraldsanctuaryretreat.org. And if you want a little bit more, I do have a Patreon, Belly Dance and Yoga with Indigo, same name as this YouTube channel. And I have more belly dance classes, more yoga classes, and I try to keep that reasonably affordable for everyone. All right, hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.